What's going on, y'all? JT here with a quick unboxing and look at this OKPRO portable power supply. So you can get this from Amazon. It's going to run you about 250 bucks shipped for it. I'm going to show you guys some of the features of this as well, but it does have a couple of things that's interesting to it. So it does have the battery capacity is going to be 62,500 milliamps. Yes, 62500. Thought that was pretty interesting. The weight of it is going to be a little bit under 7 pounds. It's going to be about 6.5 pounds or so. So it's not really heavy, but I've seen the construction of this and it actually looks, it reminds me of something like what Apple would make from the construction and stuff. So that's pretty cool as well. It is 200 watts and it does have certain things like protections on it. So it does protect against overcurrent, under voltage, over overload, short circuit, and also overheat protection. And it does have a LED light on it as well that kind of displays around the whole power supply. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this out and let's take a closer look at this. All right, got this out, guys, and we'll take a closer look at this in just a minute. This is constructed pretty good. It kind of reminds, like I said, an Apple device, as I mentioned before I took it out the box. I did take a peek at this a little bit earlier to take a look at, and it is really solid in construction. This is not plastic. This is a kind of type of metal here for that. But real quick, what we get in here is we do get 2 ways to kind of charge this particular device up as well. You can charge solar panels on it, but you don't get that with you. You have to, of course, purchase that separately. And I do believe that can do up to the 12 amp solar panels with this as well. And then as far as what they give you with this, they do give you 2 ways to charge up. As I mentioned before, they give you an AC outlet, so you can plug this straight up to the top of this and plug it indoors, or you can also plug this up to a cigarette lighter on a car and charge it up as well. And I do recommend you have your car running when you start charging this up. Don't just plug it up and have your car out because it will drain your battery big time. And then they also give you some pretty good instructions as well. It's only a couple pages, so I do recommend you just taking a few minutes and just going through this to familiarize yourself with the product and everything with that. It does help. It helps me out a lot. I always take a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes to just sit down and just kind of read through or browse through the instructions to familiarize myself with the particular product. So let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at this real quick and see what we got. All right, y'all, and we're going to shine just a little bit of light on here. There we go. So to, of course, get this to function, you just actually press this button here. The power button comes on, and it's going to display this screen for you. And it's going to take a second, probably a second or two, to show you, how many hours you have left. And this is going to be the watts there, and that's your battery life. Now, to operate the AC function, you actually press this button here, and then you guys will see that little AC light kind of light up there, and it just shows you the watts and stuff. You guys saw that change there. Now, I haven't had a chance to charge this up. This is kind of straight out the box. I was kind of playing with the functionality just a little bit to familiarize myself with it, but I did want to show you guys that. Now, to use the light button up here on the top right, you guys will see that there's a light function there for that, and you hold this down and you can actually go through several functionalities of lights and stuff there for that as well. You guys see that kind of cycling through. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the light actually is around the whole device. It's not just on one side of the device, on the left side or right side. It's around the whole device. So I thought that that was pretty cool that it has some of that functionality to it. All right, guys, so looking at this real quick, of course, this is going to be the light functionality there. This is going to be your input where you can actually plug one of those, the AC outlet into it, and then you plug this up. Then you get the 2 AC outlets up here at top. For that, this is going to be where you're going to actually plug it into your car, where you get that cigarette light plugger there for that. And then right here is going to be the 2 USB ports for that. And then you have your quick charge here. This is going to be a Type C that's down there at the very bottom. And these, in case you guys want to know, are 5.5 millimeters with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get a couple of devices here, and I'm going to plug this up real quick so that you guys can see this as it's actually running and stuff, and see how this screen is going to be changing and just once I plug up probably a light. I'm actually going to plug a charger up to this as well. I don't anticipate me being able to charge batteries all day with this, because I know we're in the RC car industry, so we want to know if we take this out, can we charge some batteries with it? But I want to actually plug a charger up just to show you guys the functionality of this and how this hour goes down, how the watts and stuff go up. So give me just a minute and I'm going to get that out and I'm going to show that to you guys. All right, guys, so I got all these out. I went ahead and I plugged the small lamp up to this. We're going to turn this on to shed a little light. No variation there. You guys see it went down just a little bit to 24 hours left, and it's using about 5 watts. Now when I turn this charger on, it's probably really gonna drop. So we'll get this started. And let's see what happens. Yeah, it's gonna drop dramatically. I kind of figured that as well. So I wouldn't anticipate this being able to charge up a full battery on. It's probably gonna drop down dramatically. It's going down to about 3 hours because that is taking a lot to get this charged up. You guys see that kind of dropping down there with that. But this would be good for if you're gonna, well, look at those watts jump up. Look at those watts jump. So you could use this to power fans, probably small refrigerators, laptops and stuff like that, or charge laptops and stuff up. But don't anticipate charging like large batteries. This is gonna be an 8,500 milliamp 4S LiPo. So of course this is gonna drop down. Like I said, this is not charged up either with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and we are going to stop this real quick. And we're gonna see that jump up just a little bit once we get this stopped. There we go. So we'll see that jump up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug a couple of things into this USB port just to show you guys. I want to show you the variation and some of this display and stuff right here for this. So give me just a minute and I'm going to get a couple of things and plug into some of these USB ports just to show the slight difference and the wattage and the actual hours and stuff that's remaining for. So give me just a minute. I'm gonna get those plugged up. All right, we'll go ahead and leave that light on. So what I have here is one of my little portable players that I kind of use it when I go to the gym. We'll go ahead and get this plugged up. It'll take it a second and this will start charging as well. I didn't expect a huge droppage or anything, or increase in wattage and in drop in charging hours. And then I have another cell phone around here as well. We'll go ahead and we'll get this plugged up to get this charging, which you guys see is charging as well. Drop down a little bit there for that. Now what I am going to do is I do use a lot of these little wall chargers a lot, especially when I'm kind of going out, probably in the field or just out just chilling and stuff. We'll get this plugged in. This will take a second to kind of come on, and I'm going to get a battery and I'm going to plug this up just to see how many hours drop, and then also the wattage increase as well, because I got several things kind of plugged in there right now. So give me just a minute. I'm going to get a battery plugged in here. All right, y'all, got another one of my Gens Ace LiPos. We're just gonna plug this up. This is actually a 3S LiPo. We're gonna get this plugged in here, hold this down. This battery's probably somewhat charged. And this is gonna be on slow charge. This charges at about 3 amps. So you guys see that it is dropping down just a little bit there with that. So I would recommend if you were gonna do something like this, especially for you crawler guys that take stuff with you, it'd be better just to have like one of these little wall chargers like this. It only takes like 2 or 3 amps. That way it doesn't drain it as much. And you can use it to put a little charge and stuff on your particular batteries if you were going to charge this out. Now, like I said, you can get the solar panels and kind of hook that up as well to this. So that would be beneficial if you were outdoors. I'm going to actually turn this light on too. How about that? Let's just drain it all down. Let's see how much that went up. There you go. All right, so it took it down to about 3 hours. And like I said, this has not been charged at all. This is straight out the box without charge stuff. So I probably need to charge this up a little bit. You guys see that it has 3 bars there for the battery. And of course, the max is gonna be 4 bars with that. So let me go ahead, let me get all this unplugged real quick. All right, y'all, so what I'm gonna be doing is I've already tested this a little bit, get this light off real quick so it's not too much of a glare. So I'm gonna get this charged back up tonight. I'm gonna take this out over the weekend and use it over the weekend as well, and use it over the next couple of weeks just to tell you guys about the durability and stuff like that. But I've looked at the reviews on this and there weren't any negative reviews at all. I mean, there was probably 1 or 2. They got a 4.5 out of 5 stars, which to me, in my opinion, is actually pretty good for something of this size and what it actually gives to you. Especially, I just like that light that's on it. And it also has, forgot to mention, it does have a vent and a little cooling fan on the back of this as well. So if it does get to a particular temperature, that kind of will shut back on or turn on, actually keep this pretty cool. So that I thought was another neat functionality of this. But I think that this light, turn this back on, just this 360 of that light is pretty cool, because most of the ones that I currently have only have a light. If they have a light that only shines like in one direction of it, so it doesn't have like any SOS lights or anything like that on it. But it's cool to have this and the adjustability, as I showed earlier, with this light as well. So far so good. Like I said, this is pretty compact. It's a little bit under 7 pounds, about 6.5 pounds, 6.4. So, but it gives you a lot of functionality and stuff. And I plan on getting some solar panels at some point. So if you guys know of any good ones out there, put it down in the comments so that I can try to get some of those and try those out, because I am interested in taking this out on the field and using those solar panels. Now, it's not really recommended to have something running while it's charging, but you can do it, but it's not really recommended. But we'll kind of put that to the test as well. So anyway, guys, put your comments down below. Get this powered off real quick. I know that if you turn this off and then you turn the AC off, and let's turn this light off, it's about 20 seconds before it just automatically, I think it's just going to shut off. So in about a minute or about 20 seconds or so, this will shut off. We'll see. And give it a second, because I want to show that to you guys as well, in case you kind of turn it on and you just kind of walk away. There it is right there. It automatically shuts off, which is good too as well. So anyway, guys, put your comments down below. Stay tuned for some afterthought videos of this coming probably in the next, I'd say, several weeks. I do kind of want to put this through its paces and take it out there and just charge it and use it and charge and use it. And I'll probably end up, don't want to, but I'll probably end up dropping it or something like that as well, so you guys know some of the durability of it. But so far, so good. So you guys put your comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.